Sims.
100% woohoo!
When you're given the opportunity to Grim Reaper, why would you turn that down? I mean, come on.
Why? I know, dark, mysterious, like, is everyone okay? Everyone has said that they would woohoo the Grim Reaper. This man kills people. I don't know,
No, he doesn't.
No, he just takes their
I don't think
souls.
people are okay. Did you ever, like, woohoo someone?
I actually never made contact with anyone.
You didn't talk to any other Sims?
Funny, because she's woohooed the Grim
Dog bless
Reaper in
you,
her
and
playthrough.
Sims rock.
Sims rock. Excellent. Dog bless you as well.
So with the mod squad, that's great, but I wonder if that's gonna be paid for content, because the way that it works right now is you just pay a subscription fee to the biggest hub, and it's like $5 a month, and you can download whatever you want, as much as you want.
Continue to
But why does
co-create
she
with
look
you.
like Bella Goth?
One important
It's time to relax. Build and live in your own super yacht, coming early 2023.
Build a super yacht.
And finally,
Because you can't afford
our
a road.
annual Christmas is in the air seasonal quest
This
is coming this
feels
December.
very
I
am View to me.
wait for a
We heard what our simmers want, and now it comes to life.
balconies.
Balconies.
Balconies are a hot ticket item that we want in Sims.
Recreate the home of your dreams with the new Build by Edition.
I guess.
Can I
Designed
throw a
to your
Sim
heart's
off of a
content.
balcony?
Oh, that's a good
Customize your
question.
balcony and decorate it.
Are you excited?
Keg
It's
stand,
coming to
holy
a
shit.
phone near you for the holidays this year.
In the middle of a rainforest.
They're all excited about balconies, and you're like, keg stand.
the present
In the
future.
time to take us for before.
I feel like
We
I'm
begin with the
crazy
ability to
because I feel like
change
we've
not
seen
only
some of
patterns and
these
colors,
aspects
but also the
already.
shapes of the objects that you'll be
Like,
using when you build and
announced.
decorate in game. For years, we've seen the power of the community coming together and
we've
sharing the
talked
cool
about
things
this
you can do with your
before.
friends. Whether
She's
you've used the
talking about
gallery
this
or shared your
brand new.
creations elsewhere.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we're gonna watch the Sim Summit and hopefully watch the correct one this time, because we watched the old one and I'm sitting there going, I've seen all this. What?
Yeah, for some reason it was only showing us the old one. So, let's watch.
The new one.
Yay, maybe we'll learn something new.
Oh, let me move this away from this. Whoopsie.
Behind the Sims. This one's also significantly shorter.
Yeah.
By like 10 minutes.
Soul Simmers, hello!
Hi.
Welcome to Behind the Sims, our new community series dedicated to giving you peeks into all that's happening across the Sims franchises. During this time, we're going to talk Project Rene, The Sims Mobile, The Sims Free Play,
I thought that was
and
a
The
real
Sims
person
Store.
behind
Before we jump in, let's take a moment to look back
Scared
at
the
what's
crap
been
out of me.
going on these past few months within The Sims universe.
Oh shit.
You know, he's not so bad.
This is called the official Mod Hub, a secure and curated space for the highest quality mods and CC.
This is going to be huge for the content creators, like the CC creators.
Ooh, it is so slimy. Y'all, this hair is so cute on kids.
Oh my gosh, it's giving straight out the salon, straight out the barbershop, straight out my
So I'm
cousin's,
wondering, 'cause I mentioned
house
in the last
because she
video,
knows how to braid hair and I'm not paying somebody to do it.
I
The
got
video
the
that isn't
opportunity
getting
to
posted,
create
by the
a
way.
kit for The
Yeah.
Sims 4, and I took it very seriously. We came up with some concept art. These were just ideas
That's
of how we
cute.
could take
I
everything
like
that
it.
displayed in that presentation and bring them onto something new. Because this one, I do genuinely feel like I could eat that. I would absolutely smash that chair into my mouth aggressively.
The one thing about this apartment that I really loved most about it was the everyday clutter kit, and I thought that was so personal and so nice.
I live for clutter in my Sims builds. We've got so much new content coming.
So we actually have a very special guest who's coming to join us to talk to us about the next generation of The Sims, Project Rene. Some of you may know him as Sim Guru Grant, but I'm happy to formally introduce him to you all as the game director for Project Rene, Grant Rodiak. Hey, Grant.
Hey, Mercy. How are you doing? Good to be here.
Grant, relax. You're good. We're good. This is gonna be a good time. You're gonna be talking to me. You're gonna give me some tea. Get comfortable. Okay. Project Rene. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's the?
We're good.
Yeah. Let's just get to the juicy stuff. You got the 411. So tell us, what's going on with Project Rene right now?
We are absolutely thrilled to finally put this experience in the hands of some of our players. Well, a small part of the experience. what we're doing is early days playtesting, and this is just the start of an incredibly long journey. There's a lot to do, and I'm talking years out, but it is exciting, we're moving, and things are finally starting to happen.
Ooh, playtesting. So, okay, for those who are new to the gaming sphere, what is playtesting and what did you explore with this first playtest for Project Rene?
It's a good question. So with Project Rene, we want to develop this hand in hand with our players from the very beginning. So we're trying to take small snippets of the game, share it with a limited number of people, and find out what works, what's fun, what's too complicated, what needs to be revised. So what we did this time was something we call apartment customization, where we took what a lot of you know as build or buy mode, so you can place furniture, move it around, but you can also go deeper on individual pieces of furniture. So this couch you have here, you could change the colors, you could change the pattern, you could change the material, you could change the parts, you could change the size. We let players do that. You could also do this in multiplayer with other people in real time, and then all of your creations can be shared, uploaded, downloaded, so that we can start testing our UGC backend. All of this on both mobile and PC. It's a lot, and it's been a really fun, test to get started on.
I want to ask a little bit more about the playtest, but I do want to come back to a lot of points that you called out. So starting with PC and mobile, you guys showed that cross-platform compatibility. And with The Sims being such a large game, there's some concerns that it might be a little bit of a, shallower experience. And so how are you navigating taking that from a PC system to now a mobile device?
This is a huge challenge. But the thing that excites us so much is that we can basically remove the barriers to play for The Sims. So what we mean by this is that you can have that deep dive at home on your PC, play for 4 hours, change every single thing about a piece of furniture that you imagine, typing in RGB values and changing every single part. So that's the PC experience. That's that true rich experience that you're used to. But then on the go, you can grab your phone, and maybe it's a different experience. Maybe you're grabbing archetypes, pre-selecting templates, or grabbing the stuff that you've already created. But what this means is that you can now play The Sims wherever you are, without barriers, without restrictions, and we think that's really powerful and really exciting.
That is exciting. So let's say I'm inspired by you right now, and I take out my phone, create you now, think you look really cool, and then take that creation of you and actually play with this creation of you on my PC.
100%. The idea is that all of your information is wherever you need it to be. So as an example, I have a toddler at home. So sometimes I get to game when he's taking his nap. So in this case, I could be playing Project Rene on my PC at home. Boom, I hear him crying, he's up, we're gonna go out and about, go to the park. So then I might continue what I'm doing on the park bench while he's safely sliding, and I can just pull out my phone and continue where I left off. The idea is that we can customize each platform to match the play style, the person, and what they're doing and when. And again, that's really exciting. It's very difficult. It's not easy. It's something we have to figure out, but it's really, really exciting for us.
Actually,
and so
that kind of
it's one of the challenges we're trying to take on.
Across a lot of
I agree. That is super exciting. I'm telling you, I would play The Sims all day, and with Project Rene, it sounds like you're giving me that capability, so I'm thrilled. But I actually also want to ask a little bit about the multiplayer experience. The Sims historically has been pretty much a single-player game outside of The Sims Bustin' Out and The Sims Online, and there's been a long-standing discussion on whether, the next iteration or the evolution of The Sims should be multiplayer or single player. So I'm very curious to learn, where's Project Rene landing in there?
Project Rene can be both. So this is a big deal, but the reality is that yes, we know that our players want to have that intimate, personal experience where they're exploring stories and ideas in single player, but there are also really cool things you could do with others where you could share, create with your friends, the people that you want. We think we could be both. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that Project Rene is not an MMO. It is not this public shared space where everything you do is always with other people. You could play on your own, on your terms, and then again, when you want, on your terms, you can invite others to come and play with you. That's the structure that we're pursuing, and we think that's really cool and perfect for The Sims.
It's New Horizons.
I love that for me.
I was about to say,
I'm a pretty
it's
social
very
person,
Animal
and
Crossing
I would be
in
very,
that
very excited to
aspect
play with
where
friends. But there's also times where it's I'm gonna disappear into my
You'll
own
have a
story and kind of do my
island
own
code.
thing. So I think that's super exciting to know that you're looking for Project Rene to do both. So my last question. What stage are we at with Project Rene? More playtests, releasing next month? I'm kidding. Not releasing next month. But where are we at in this journey for Project Rene, and what can players expect to see in the months and years ahead?
Yeah, so Right now, we are really focused on analyzing our recent playtests so that we can use that information to make the game better. We have a long path ahead of us to make Project Rene awesome, but like right now, we need to introduce our tools to our players in a better fashion. We need to make the mobile experience more accessible, and we need to continue to experiment with how we can curate and recommend UGC content that other players have made to other players so that you find the best stuff that will make your game better. So there's a lot there that we need to figure out to put into our current build. So again, it's really early days. We are trying to analyze our last test and really see what we learned and what we could do about it to make the game better. So you can expect regular updates from Project Rene in summits. We're gonna keep talking to you, keep sharing. We also have more tests coming out where we're gonna evaluate different parts of the game, new snippets, more details on that soon, and more details on how to be part of these tests. So it's years out, early days. It's a long time process that we wanna work with you on, but we're gonna keep talking about it, and I can't wait to share more.
Yeah, so we see you, little Miss Renee. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Grant.
My pleasure.
It seems like you guys got Yeva going on back there, so can't wait to see what else you got coming in the next Behind the Sims. You're always welcome to my couch.
I'll be back.
Welcome everyone. I'm SimGuru Pedro, the community manager for The Sims Mobile, and I'm so excited to share what's coming next for the game. With the upcoming birthday of the Sims franchise, we wanted our players to celebrate it in style. And what better way to do that than with the Disco Flamball. Whoa, that looks awesome. And I know my Sims are absolutely gonna love this. And I hope you are ready to boogie on the dance floor with this free gift. But that's not all. We also have the 5th anniversary of The Sims Mobile. We have a treasure hunt planned for this, which will include awesome new items that we know you're gonna love. And you may also want to keep an eye out for 5th anniversary rewards as well. For the K-drama fans out there, you're gonna love the upcoming Sim Festival, a 60-day recurring event. For our 11th season, we're bringing rewards inspired by Korean architecture and fashion to the game. And with that reveal, let's take a look at an NPC who is unique to The Sims Mobile. Meet Jenny. Jenny is a new age architect with strong roots to her Korean heritage thanks to her grandparents who raised her. And the house template for this festival pass is Jenny's home and studio. So let's take a sneak peek at what's brewing inside our designers' minds. As you can see, the house is going to be a blend of traditional Korean aesthetics with a modern contemporary touch. You can expect a lot of wooden surfaces, straight lines, open spaces, and natural light. So what are you waiting for? Download The Sims Mobile today and get yourself ready for a charming Korean experience.
We haven't updated the music in The Sims Freeplay since the game first came out. We're definitely ready for some new beats.
Recently, we asked our community what songs from the last 23 years of The Sims they wanted in Freeplay. We received thousands of votes for iconic tunes from all The Sims games. We're excited to share the highest rated tracks that have made it into the game and are available right now.
Enjoy Sims 1 Neighborhood.
The original Sim.
The Sims 2 theme.
The Sims 3 theme.
It's The Sims from The Sims 4. Plus, a bonus track from The Sims Mobile.
Love it. Just click on any stereo in your game to find the Sim FM station. Happy celebrating!
As a surprise for our 11th birthday last month, we revealed that Sim Springs is expanding with a 3rd area to the desert map. Sim Springs is a tumbleweed town with untapped potential waiting for your Sims to build it from the ground up.
And we have an update on how it's tracking. Coming April, Neighborhood 3 boasts more unique fixer-upper house lots for you to customize and make your own.
As your town evolves, the grand prize is an amusement park full of rides.
The first 2 Sim Springs neighborhoods are already available, so check out the Sims Freeplay website for all the details on how to get started.
Coming up next,
The Sims 4 is celebrating The Sims' 23rd birthday by announcing a new bundle of joy. Let's take a look.
Oh. Big stretch.
It's a baby. future, like
They do have the toddler pack is what you have to buy, so it's possible you would have to buy the baby pack. March 14th, so a week after your birthday.
Now, our vision to accomplish that was to add infants as an entirely new age, resulting in a much more natural progression through Sims' early stages of life.
When you add a new life stage to The Sims, there are a lot of challenges. We had to figure out how to display the infant, since they're too young to stand on their own. We tried a lot of ideas. Some worked great, some didn't work so great, and a few were just plain creepy.
I know, I love. Oh my Jesus.
We created a lot of new technologies. So now in the game,
I got to animate the crawl up and down of the step. I really wanted the player to kind of see the thought process of their infant here, since they move with such a singular focus.
Ew.
So they'll take a moment to notice the step, and then they start to break it down one tiny movement at a time, so they've overcome this obstacle and can continue on their way. Definitely challenging, but also super cute.
We added new barriers in band clothing, shoes, hair, hats, accessory, glasses, invented teeth, and birthmarks.
At all times.
Yeah.
One area that we leaned into was adding more ways to socialize and play between children, toddlers, infants, newborns, and yes, of course, even cats and dogs. We want all of our Sims to share in the fun when these adorable infants arrive in-game.
be sure to check out all those fun activities you can do with your infants and create your own hilarious and adorable moments.
Wow.
Alright,
So, basically what we got out of watching the first summit by accident versus this one 3 months later is Project Rene, which is really cool. It reminds me of two things. We said Animal Crossing, but I actually would liken it a little bit more to a couple of different games. First off, a little more Mario Maker in that aspect, where you're creating something that then you're sharing with others. But it also reminds me of another EA game, an old MMO, Star Wars: The Old Republic, where you would actually get strongholds that you could entirely decorate. And the only way that people could join in to your specific stronghold, because they may have a stronghold of their own, is you would have to invite them, and then they would come in and be able to see your version, interact with things, do things like that. And it was a very where the game was an MMO and you could just work together at all times. In order to go to someone's stronghold, you had to have a specific invite. So it reminds me a lot of that, just because it's very the scope hasn't been told to us yet of what they mean by multiplayer, because as it is right now, it's just sharing your designs. But I think that is a step in the right direction. And
you're just off of the screen.
I am.
You're
just off the
so
screen.
much talking and nobody on there.
Yeah, well, you were there. One thing that with the babies, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that, because babies would stay in their bassinet until they came out as a toddler. So I don't know if they're still gonna have that bassinet stage and then transition to the newborn stage, the infant stage, and then the toddler stage. I do know that it makes them mobile quicker, so that'll be interesting when you have a house full of kids.
Yeah, you mentioned the 100 Baby Challenge.
Yeah,
so tell me more about that.
100 Baby Challenge is when you try to have 100 babies with one matriarch. Obviously, you can't do it with one matriarch, so it becomes a generational thing. But you get, when you have a house full, so it's a house full of 7, so you have 6 kids, or 6 or 7 kids, I don't remember. So you could have a crap ton of toddlers.
Right.
And your one reprieve is this baby that does nothing. It just sits here. You know where it is. It's there all the time. You hear it cry, you go take care of it. And now they're mobile. Faster. Yeah. So that's fun. The other thing is how the mods are going to work. Obviously, you want people to be not monetized, compensated for their work.
Right. A lot of modders out in communities don't require that. They do it just for the love of it.
Sure.
But there is probably like pay what you want kind of feature.
Yeah, we don't want to pay with exposure.
No.
So I'm wondering, because right now you can go to pretty much any Sims hub and it's like $5 for a subscription. So you can spend $5 a month and you basically get infinite downloads of what you want. So I'm wondering if you're gonna have to do like microtransactions for the modded stuff from creators, or how that's gonna do. Maybe like a subscription would probably work out that way too, is you pay like one time a month and you get access to everything, as opposed to saying, okay, well, this is $1 and that's $2 and this is $5. I just feel like that would be a better. What are you doing?
I'm just looking. I was seeing what else we might be missing out of talking about this.
I don't think much.
No, it wasn't a lot.
So I'm wondering how they're going to handle that. I don't necessarily think it should still be. It should be free. Because I don't know how they're going to compensate the creators that way. Oh, hello. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that Sims is moving towards the right direction. I do like that they're involving the community, but in all reality, we just don't know what is yet to come. If they're going to keep doing these summits, then we get to see that little breadcrumb every so often to see the progress. But a lot of times when we talk about game development across a long time, you're really looking at games that are
and mirrored. I'm like, oh no.
But with games, you look at the something that's had a lot of years of progress over a small amount of time, and you don't get to see that like tiny little like one bit here and there. So it's going to be hard to tell how much they progress in a short amount of times, like the short bursts.
Right.
But otherwise, yeah, the summit was fine. It definitely was less than the one prior.
There wasn't any surprises.
There was just no surprises, especially if you had been paying attention to the prior one from October. But nothing was wrong with it. It just they didn't really have a lot of new news. They made it seem like, oh, we've got some big bits to talk about, but in all reality, there just wasn't a lot there.
Right.
Okay, so we did this. We gotta cut this down, but we will be posting this as a reaction video. So, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching the Sims Summit with us. We'll boil it down for you for the actual VOD itself. Otherwise, thanks for joining. And as always, check out geeksidecollectibles.com and stay geeky, folks.
Bye.